YouTube was in this video. Pitbull Cruz says Rayo ran a marathon. You know, I'm ready to hear his sore loser remarks. Truth is Pitbull got outclassed and he's limited, and I want to see the Tank Davis rematch. Let's get it. First of all, Pitbull Cruz says Rayo ran a marathon against him. I'm ready. I can't wait. Where his sore loser remarks? Where do people calling him a sore loser? Like remember Devin Haney got cheated by a drug cheat, and everybody said stop making excuses. Or when Deontay Wilder thought Tyson Fury cheated him because his gloves look weird, people said stop making excuses. Um, where are the sore loser remarks? Where are the people telling Pitbull Cruz to stop making excuses? You know, he acting like a sore loser. Well, if y'all not gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. And the truth of the matter be told, he got outboxed in a dominant fashion. Um, Rayo did the pit bull what Tank Davis did, but at a better way because he's longer, he's taller, he lankier, and he was connecting on those punches, and he didn't get injured. You know, Pitbull did a better job against Tank than he did against Rayo, which is interesting to say. Maybe it's because Rayo was so much bigger than him and employed the same technique as Tank. They literally fought the same way. The only difference is Rayo is much bigger than Tank. Rayo would frame him, would cross him, would use his arm to do a swim move and turn Pitbull. Like how D linemen, when they get up on you, they do a swipe move and they swim on the inside. That's what Rayo was doing to Pitbull, turning him and hitting him with uppercuts and check hooks. And Pitbull ain't have nothing. He couldn't do anything because the way Rayo threw the uppercut, he threw it at an angle that was reaching Pitbull. Pitbull usually leaned to block it, but Rayo was so long that he would slip it inside. Pause. No diddy of Pitbull's guard. Yeah, he would slip the long arm inside of Pitbull, and the Pitbull didn't have no counter for it. Pause. And I just dropped some shit. There what it is. But yeah, Tank Davis employed the same technique, so you could tell Rayo studied that fight to see where he was weak to. And he's weak to uppercuts because he's so small. The uppercut naturally lands on his chin if you have a certain amount of reach advantage over him. So yeah, bro, he just a sore loser. He lost fan squad. And I want to hear people telling him that. I want to see people in his comments like, bro, stop making excuses. Get better. Get a rematch. I think Rayo beats him in a rematch and then beats him in another rematch because Pitbull only got one style. High guard with explosive hooks. He's like Mike Tyson without the footwork. He can't shift to the side to get angles where you can't see him. He just throwing punches squared up and you can see where they coming from, why he's so predictable. Yeah, bro, he got outclassed and he limited. And honestly, if you wanna have easier fights, I think he should move back down the weight. He won a champion at 140 against a guy who was not supposed to be a champion. Rolly Romero had no business being a world champion. I still can't believe he was a world champion. So many people could have unified with Rolly. Devin Haney could have unified with Rolly instead of fighting Ryan Garcia. Like Ryan Garcia beating Devin set boxing in a whole different trajectory. Devin Haney could be a two-time champion at 140. But instead, he got to fight his way back up the ranks because he wanted the cherry pick. It's crazy how this shit work. But yeah, he got outclassed by Rayo. The same thing would have happened with Tank. He would have got outclassed if Tank didn't hurt himself. The only difference is Tank was trying to use that uppercut. I don't think that's the punch for Rayo because Tank is also small. So for Pitbull, because Pitbull could see that punch coming. I think the better punch against Pitbull would have been a check hook. A check hook or a straight or some body shots. I think Tank would have did good with body shots. But yeah, bro, if anybody watch Rayo versus Pitbull, they'll have a good understanding of how to beat him. Or if they watch Keyshawn versus Lemos, they'll have a good idea of how to beat a pressure fighter with a come forward style, jab to the body, swim move. That move very underrated in boxing. That swim move, I call it the swim move. Some people call it a turn or a spin. I call it a swim move because I play football in positions that use that move, bro. But yeah, Pitbull, if he want to have more success, he got it. I don't see him. In fact, he might be able to beat some of the champions at 140. He might be able to beat a Puello, a Pyro. He might be able to, but who knows if they're gonna give him that opportunity. But at a smaller weight class, we know he's hell of a fighter. At 135, who can he beat at 135? Though now that I'm thinking about it, Loma, can he beat Loma? Pitbull versus Loma would be fun. I think Loma would outclass him though. So I mean, Pitbull in an interesting place, bro. I don't think he's fighting for a world championship now or anytime soon. So he probably gonna move down to have success. Cause if you go up to welterweight, what Rayo did to him is only gonna be worse at welterweight. Um, I can't even imagine Pitbull in the ring with a Boots in this. Boots will beat him up so bad. Or shit, I think he'll do good against Ryan Garcia though. Ryan Garcia ain't gonna be able to land that hook on Pit. I got Pitbull whooping Ryan Garcia ass. That's a controversial take. I got Pitbull whooping Ryan Garcia ass. I'm talking about walking Ryan Garcia down and whooping his ass. Um, but yeah, welterweight, I got Boots beating Pitbull. I got Brian Norman beating him. I got him beating Mario Barrios. I got Pitbull beating Mario Barrios. So I mean, shit, his career in an interesting spot. Sometimes I just like to sit back and think about, you know, um, certain matches that I would like to see happen. You know, what if fights and shit. What if this fighter fought that fighter? That shit like that fun to me, bro. And honestly, the biggest fight for Pitbull would be a Tank Davis rematch. Because on CompuBox, if you're not a biased fan and you check punch stats, then you would know that they drawed on CompuBox. It was a draw. I think the refs gave Tank the advantage because he's the name fighter. I think they should have made it a draw on Tank record. Honestly, I think that fight was a draw and deserves a just like how I think Loma versus Devin was a draw, and I think Devin need to rematch Loma. I think Tank need to give Pitbull a rematch and beat him decisively, and I think Devin need to give Loma a rematch and beat him decisively because there's too much shit in the L, like robbery this, robbery that. Man, let's get a rematch. Let's get a rematch, man. Real talk. Make this shit cut and dry. I think when Floyd had a tough fight versus Castillo, I believe, people say he robbed him. He ran it back and beat him. Um, he beat him decisively and people couldn't criticize anymore. I think Devin need to do that with Loma. I think Tank need to do that with Pitbull. I think that's the one fight get Loma out of retirement or this fake retirement he doing. I think a Devin Haney rematch would get him up. I think that'll get him motivated. Um, but yeah, man, that's how I'm feeling. That's what I think going on. Let me know what y'all think, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Till next time, man.